So this is where you're going to spend probably the most important 3 hours of your life. We are conducting the final table to the World Food Championships. 10 champions have made it to this moment, and one of them is going to go home with $100,000.
How did all these chefs get here?
Well, first of all, they had to qualify into the World Food Championships. Then they had to win their way through one of the 10 verticals: barbecue, chili, dessert, sandwich, so on and so forth. And once they created 3 dishes and had the best combined score of all those 3 dishes, they became the champion. So now we have a moment for those 10 champions to go against each other to have the best dish of the World Food Championships.
We couldn't be more thrilled to be hosting the World Food Championships and welcoming you all.
This year, for the first time, we are cooking at Brightwater facility in Bentonville, Arkansas. It's a beautiful culinary center for the study of food. And we're going to be inside the whole time, which is the first time we've ever done the final table inside. But we've got professional kitchens. We've got every imaginable thing they can use for creating a dish, and we're excited to see what happens. We have wonderful sponsors in food sport, and as you know, this year Walmart picked it up and became our presenting sponsor. But we've had sponsors like Springer Mountain Farms, we've had Hormel, we've had Cowboy Charcoal, Gotham Steel, wonderful companies that are believing in food, sport, food champions, and the pursuit of culinary perfection. Don't forget that we have hungry people out here that would love to taste a $100,000 dish. Am I right? Yeah. Anyone out here?
Hi, my name's Tommy SHIVE. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I am cooking a burger for the final table at World Burger Championship.
Tell us about your burger.
We've got our Eggs Benedict burger that we did in our final round. It's a blended beef and sausage patty over baby arugula, topped with a poached egg, hollandaise sauce, smoked Gouda, hardwood smoked bacon, a little bit of smoked paprika and chives on a brioche bun.
What's it going to take for you to win that $100,000 prize?
Hopefully for us to just execute our recipe well and follow it in, and hopefully the judges are impressed with it.
It's going fine right now. We're cooking burgers, so we have a little bit less of cook time than most. And right now we're a little bit ahead of schedule, just trying to get things ready for garnish, because our turn-in time's actually 3 hours away from now. So and it won't take that long for us to cook and build our finished product. So,
what's the difference between cooking in a timed competition like this and cooking in a restaurant?
At a restaurant, time competition, most of them they give you, anywhere from an hour, hour and a half. This one we had about 3 hours, 20 minutes from when we started. Restaurant, it can be a little bit more intense because there you have customers coming in. They expect it, even though everything's cooked to order, to be ready and out within 20 minutes at the latest.
What we're going to do here is actually we're going to have an appearance score. The judges are going to focus in on appearance. I would love, if you would, to tell everyone about LBOE and what that is to you and all the burgers you cook to prepare for this.
All right, LBOE, it stands for Last Burger on Earth. It's a restaurant I'm general manager of in Memphis, and we have anywhere from 8 to 9 specialty burgers on the menu at all times. We do a different burger today, 6 days a week. So every day coming up with new recipes, different things to try, different flavor profiles, and that helps prepare for this.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Evans. I'm from Pearland, Texas. I am making a bacon Dutch crunch pancake, and it is filled with delicious bacon. It has a gorgeous Dutch crunch on it with some bacon in that. It's infused with a mascarpone whipped cream that also has bacon in it, and then it's topped with a peachy pecan spicy syrup. It is to die for.
Is it true everything's better with bacon?
It is so true that everything is better with bacon.
What's it going to take for you to win that $100,000 prize?
For me to win the $100,000 prize really is all about the EAT methodology from the World Food Championship. It's about execution, appearance, and taste. That's really what it's about, and I think that I brought it this time, so it's just up to the judges at this point. The difference between cooking in a competition like this or cooking at home or even at a restaurant is that you have a specific time that you have to cook in, and when they tell you hands up, that means you're done. And so if you miss that today, you are out of it. And so we want to make sure that we are on time. Home, you don't care, no one cares. They may be screaming for your food, but they don't tell you, out, Mom, get out.
Was it a shave? It was a tight one?
It was a close shave. It's so hot in there that my whipping cream, even though I stabilized it, fell. And so we were making whipping cream like 2 minutes before time.
My name is Mike Callahan. I'm from London, Ontario, Canada, and I'm cooking the Recipe Championship.
Tell us about what you're cooking here today and how you got the inspiration for this dish.
We were based on chicken, so our division was based on chicken this year. So we're doing a Vietnamese chicken bao with a chicken and shrimp spring roll.
How'd you come up with the idea for this?
We went to work together with the team, and my sous chef Tabitha Woodfill said, let's do a bao, and we said, why? We just put it together, and it was the most fantastic dish we've ever tried because chicken is so basic. How do you elevate chicken to a world championship dish? And this was just so interesting, so out there, and the flavors were incredible. And we just went wow. And so that's what we named our dish, is Chicken Bao Wow.
What will it take for you to win that $100,000 prize?
A lot of work together as a team and inspiration, and we want to make the judges go wow. So, you know, if we can make every judge do what we did when we tasted it, we're going to be in $100,000. Competition's going great. We got a little bit of extra time. We're working the whole day. We're just cruising on autopilot now, making sure we have all our stuff, hitting our points at our key times. At a competition, you're not dealing with all your home environment. You're dealing with other people's products. You're dealing with limited amount of space. It's not the freedom that you have and what you used to, but you make do with what you got, and you know, you just move it. Every year, I am the only competitor to ever always make top 10.
Now, this is the recipe category, and for those that don't know, the recipe category has a new experience each year. And this year, the protein was?
Chicken.
Chicken. And then previous year before that?
Breakfast, fresh, pasta, cheese, and then it was...
And the list goes on. With that, it's a change every year. So Michael has actually stepped up and been able to be in the top 10, given that challenge every year in the recipe category.
My name's A.C. Vincent. I'm from Oviedo, Florida. I'm in the sandwich category, and I will be cooking a lionfish sandwich.
Tell us how you got the inspiration for this dish and what's involved.
Lionfish is an invasive species of fish that's taken over the Atlantic and the Gulf, and I want to spread the word, get people to start eating it because it's a really versatile and delicious fish.
How long have you been a chef, and what are your secrets for a success in the competition?
My wife and I have a barbecue team. I'm not actually a chef. I'm just a cook. And I've been competing for a little over 4 years now.
What is the trick to being successful and win that $100,000 prize?
Practice and a lot of luck. There's a lot of great chefs out there. Oh, this competition is awesome. Cooking at home or cooking in a restaurant for yourself is not nearly as stressful. You don't have as many things going on at once. You can take your time more. Oh, cooking with these chefs around is great. I mean, you can glance over and see them and see what they're doing, and it's a lot of fun. Sometimes you learn tricks.
What we're going to do here is they're going to do the appearance score right now. And if you would, explain a little bit about the Redneck Chef experience and what your roots are as far as cooking.
I have a barbecue team. We call it the Redneck Chef. And that's how we got started in competition, cooking food sport. We like to do other things besides just barbecue. So.
Now, how does it feel when you make a turn-in? Because you're familiar with a few different types of competition food.
Yes, it's a relief. Feels good.
My name's Craig Baker. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm the winner of the chef category. We're doing a porchetta, a rift on a porchetta. We're going to wrap a bone-in pork rack in pig skin. We're going to roast it, and then we're going to crisp that skin up and chicharron it. So it's going to be a chicharron crusted pork chop, if you will.
How'd you come up with the idea for this dish?
I felt like we had to do something that's never been done before. I Googled it. It's never been done before. There may be a reason why. We've had successful trials, but we've had unsuccessful trials. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
What's the secret to winning that $100,000 prize?
I think it's going to come down to execution. There's a lot of really good competitors, and they're really good chefs, and it's going to come down to point. It'll be so. I think it's going to be very, very tight.
There's a lot of pressure, and this room's full of some of the best chefs around, especially competition cooks. There's game plan strategies, camaraderie, but at the same time, it's pretty serious.
We've done something that, as far as I know, has never been done before. And I figured, being the first year in the chef category, I thought we'd really try to do something out of the box. We did a bone-in porchetta, basically. So we took a 8 center cut to 8 bone rack out of Mangalista. Purdue University just started a new crossbreed, so we're using a Mangalista Berkshire cross. We then took that, cleaned it up a little bit, Frenched it, and then rolled it in pigskin. Then we took 2 different techniques. One Asian technique where you use baking powder on the skin, and then you ladle hot oil at 400 degrees over it to kind of get it to chicharron at the end. Hence the name, we called it the El Jefe.
I'm Liz Kratz from St. Louis, and I'm doing chili.
How'd you come up with the idea for this chili recipe?
It was something that I enjoy eating, so I felt like I needed to cook something that really tasted good to me.
What separates your chili from other chilies?
I use a lot of smoked meats in the stock, so I really work hard on the stock before I create the rest of the dish.
How long have you been a chef?
Well, I'm kind of a home cook, but I've been cooking for about 8 years.
What's it going to take for you to win that prize?
Really, I think the presentation is everything, and for chili, I have to find a way to present it that isn't just a normal bowl of chili. It's pretty good. I'm a little behind schedule, but that's okay.
What's the difference between cooking at home and cooking in a competition like this with the time factor?
I can pre-prep things the day before and get some things prepared, whereas now I have to do everything under one time limit.
Tell us, how does this compare with other competitions you've been in?
This one's more exciting, I feel like, because we're all friends and we kind of are a community, so we're all rooting each other on. So we're all really excited to be competing together.
What we're going to do is they've already done their appearance scores on the dish, and they will actually go through the execution and taste, and then we'll have a little Q&A for you.
Sounds good.
Being no stranger to the final table, have you had any different feelings this year?
I feel more nervous. Yeah, I don't really have a reason why. At least I can't think of it right now. But I know I'm definitely more nervous.
Hi, my name is Lisa Gwatney. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm the world steak champion, and we're cooking steak.
How'd you get involved with cooking steak?
My husband and I both became involved in the Steak Cook-Off Association a little over a year ago, between a year and a half and 2 years ago, and we won some local championships that allowed us to qualify for the World Food Championship in 2017. We went and we had the great privilege of winning.
What are you going to be cooking here today? What's the secret to cooking a really great steak?
Well, you have to start with a great product. So today we're going to cook a Wagyu ribeye filet, and I really believe that cooking it on the right surface is the right way to do it. We really believe in the PK grill with the grill grates. That's the only grill we would use. And I think, you just treat the product with respect.
What's the secret for you to win this $100,000 prize?
I think the secret is to focus on producing the recipe that we've prepared and make sure that we execute it perfectly.
How's the competition going for you so far?
So far, great.
What's the difference between cooking in a competition like this and cooking at home in a restaurant?
Well, I'm cooking exactly like I would be cooking at home. So that's really kind of my strategy, is to cook for you like I'm cooking dinner for you in my home. So hopefully that strategy will work out.
Lisa, what we're going to do, they're doing their appearance score right now.
Yes, sir.
Once they finish that, they'll start analyzing the dish and go under the execution and the taste.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to all of you for the privilege of being here and to serve this dish to you. It's been an honor of my husband, who's in the back, Russell, and myself to do so. My name is Lisa Gwatney. My husband and myself, we live in Memphis, Tennessee. My husband's originally from Arkansas, so this is near and dear to us to be able to do this here in the beautiful state of Arkansas. What an honor it's been to be here in Bentonville.
My name is Ann Jones. I'm from Brown Summit, North Carolina, and I am making mini Dutch apple pies with homemade ice cream and a apple brandy caramel sauce.
Tell us how you came up with the idea for this recipe.
It is my family's recipe, so this is like a third generation pie, and I've just taken it, added more spices, stepped it up a notch. So I've been making this apple pie since I was about 10 years old.
What's your secret to win the $100,000 prize?
My secret is to just make something that everybody would love to eat. And I've practiced it hundreds of times, and I've had great testers back home, and they all are pretty excited to see me here.
It's going great. We have everything timed out. We've practiced it many times. So I really feel relaxed, calm, excited, very happy, blessed to be here.
What's the difference between cooking in a competition like this, surrounded by chefs and with a time clock, compared to what you normally do?
Well, I work on a time clock a little bit anyway because I have 2 kids and a husband and a job, so I work on a time clock. But, you know, I love the energy in here, and the camaraderie is awesome, so I love it.
Letting the judges' scrutinizing eyes analyze appearance.
I returned the love because I wanted some eggs from the farmer's market, and a competitor went and got them for me. And so that's just how we are. But I was lucky enough to have the bigger kitchen space to work in, and there were people that needed more space than they had, my competitors. So somebody needed a corner of my space to roll out some rolls. I said, go ahead and take that space, I don't need it. Somebody needed the fryer that was in my space, actually 2 people. Come on. And then I also shared it with the media.
My name is Fred Robles. I'm from Westaco, Texas, and we are doing barbecue.
Tell us about your barbecue.
Oh, it's the best. Texas barbecue to me is one of the best in the nation, so we're gonna give it all we got.
What separates your barbecue from others?
Well, we compete in barbecue pretty frequently throughout the nation, and we've been pretty successful at it. I think a middle-of-the-road barbecue does pretty well, so pleases multiple palates.
Yeah. What's your secret success to win that $100,000 prize?
We're going to give it all we got and hope for the best. I mean, there's really no secret. It's just cook good food, and hopefully the judges like it. Oh, I'm calm and relaxed. Everything is on autopilot right now. We're doing great.
How long did you have to start cooking your barbecue?
They gave us 12 hours to cook today. So we started about 6:30 this morning. Meat went on, lit the pits about 6, about a half hour before. Actually, we just pulled ribs off the smoker here a little while ago. So we're just working on our sides now.
What's the difference between cooking in a timed competition like this and cooking at your restaurant or at home?
Well, we're actually kind of used to cooking within a time crunch. We do a lot of competition barbecue, which we have to stick to time guidelines. So it's we've done this before. We're good.
This is the barbecue category. As your eyes are looking over it, Fred, please join me. Would you share a little bit about what you did in November when you were trying, because you competed in a barbecue competition just to go into the top 10 of the barbecue to compete again to get to be the winner of the barbecue. It's a dual, if you will.
Right, it was a dual event. We competed in an IBCA sanctioned event, and judges liked our stuff that day. We won IBCA, and that got us into the barbecue final. And we cooked actually spinny Alice, ribeye cap, and
my favorite cut of meat.
Oh, it's my favorite cut of meat too. We cooked spinny Alice, and we actually cooked that shrimp right there at the final, and here we are.
My name is Kim Bannock. I'm from Salem, Oregon, and I'm cooking a Louisiana crawfish Thai bowl with fried coconut shrimp.
Tell us about it.
It has got a absolutely velvety smooth coconut broth that is infused with Thai chilies, Thai basil, curry paste. It's got fresh Louisiana crawfish in it. It is going to have also a rice that has lemongrass infused in it. And then, of course, the coconut shrimp, which is the absolute perfect thing to be able to dip into the broth.
What's it going to take for you to win that $100,000 prize?
You know, it's all based on the EAT methodology, which is what the judges will be using for scoring the dish, and that's execution, appearance, and taste. And so, if we make the dish that we say we're making and it tastes great, the judges want to taste it a second time. They want to keep eating, and it looks great because we eat with our eyes first. That's what we're going for.
Well, it's going really well. Actually, we've got most of all of the main parts of the Thai bowl done. I'm working on some garnish right now. That's when I sit here with my little knife and trying not to shake too much, so I get those fine little cuts. But our shrimp is going to be ready to deep fry in a little while, and I guess the next thing is to get the taste of that mint out of my mouth so I can go over there and taste my Thai bowl again and make sure I've got the right heat. Well, I don't cook in a restaurant anymore. I grew up in a restaurant business. My parents owned one, but I never cooked there. Cooking at home, I've cooked for all my kids, and we had dinner a lot, and so they always appreciated it. They always knew that they better be careful about what they say about mom's food. And but you know, so they don't expect a timer like they do here. This is a nerve-wracking kind of thing, even though you want to still stay calm, you know, all the way to the end.
Tara, bring our seafood dish in.
Appearance, we eat with our eyes first. That's what gets our mouth watering, didn't it? A beautiful dish. Tell me how you feel.
I'm very relieved right now. I am. I don't think I'm shaking as much as I was back there. Happened.
I can witness the adrenaline was pumping because there were moments where you were ladling.
Yes. I was making a mess.
No, you were making it beautiful.
As I'm judging this competition today, I am looking for a little bit of everything. I'm looking for an absolutely beautiful plate that catches my eye and makes my salivary glands start going crazy. I'm looking for execution, and is each contestant executing their dish the way that they're supposed to? I'm as well looking for taste. I mean, if the taste isn't there, then it's not there. So absolutely, taste is most important to me. I want to see something beautiful, and I want to see a lot of passion behind each dish.
I'm looking for everything. The main thing is the quality of the dish, whether they execute it well, just how does that dish seduces my palate. And if it does that with the execution of them, with the appearances, it's going to be a pretty tough day, because what I hear is that all of the chefs out there that are in the contest this afternoon are rock stars. And it's just a shame that there can only be one winner.
We're looking for obviously the appearance. We're looking for taste, flavor, and how well they execute the dish that they've laid out that they're going to prepare.
I'm looking for very creative dishes, tasty dishes, obviously. So you got top-notch chefs here, so it's going to be interesting to see what they bring to the table. So you got 10 different categories, so it's going to be the challenge is to be able to judge each individual on its own merits and if they executed what they wanted to do. So that is a challenge. It's not a comparison thing. It's all about individuals, what they're turning in.
Taste is king with all of the customers that we have and with people that live for eating well. So taste, and then the way they execute the program, whatever they're trying to charge against today, and then the rest of it is just how it comes across visually.
We have wonderful sponsors in food sport, and as you know, this year Walmart picked it up and became our presenting sponsor, but we've had sponsors like Springer Mountain Farms, we've had Hormel, we've had Cowboy Charco, Gotham Steel, wonderful companies that are believing in food, sport, food champions, and the pursuit of culinary perfection.
Well, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your ambassadorship. When I say you're all winners, I truly mean that. I've seen the articles, I've seen the sweat, I've seen the tears. I saw the shaking nerves today.
Third place,
I'm nervous for him.
with an even 96.
Okay.
World Recipe Champion Michael Callahan.
I love you. Your whole family.
For those of you who didn't hear earlier, Michael Callahan is the first competitor to ever make the top 10 every year of the World Food Championships, and he was just
We have someone who's going to be the grand champion, which will be the overall, and the reserve grand champion, second place. Second place has a score of 96.250. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Second place, the world barbecue champion, Fred Gomez.
world champion, Carrie Lou, who won state last year. You're handing it off to another female who is the first home cook to ever win the World Food Championship.
In Orange Beach, and my dish was boiling over because the ovens were on and off. And she told me it was boiling over, and if I had been notified, I would have never made it because I couldn't have recovered. So this lady is such a beautiful class act. What do we do without you? What we do? Every family does. And that's the best blessing for me of all of it. So I just want to say thank you. And we go to all kinds of competitions, but you know, Mike, your vision to create a platform for people like us that I just cook for my family. And that's what I did for you judges. If you were in my kitchen today, that's what I would have done for you. So I just want to say thank you. I'm so humble and embarrassed.
Lisa Rodney.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yes, absolutely.
The most important person in my whole life is my husband and my family. And when I got cranky over the mushroom, he tolerated me today, and it was wonderful. And you are the greatest gift that God ever gave me. So here's to you. Congratulations.
On behalf of the World Food Championships, Lisa, we are thrilled to have you as our champion, to welcome you to what will be a future Hall of Fame. We have a couple of individuals here, Dave Elliott, World Food Champion 2013, obviously Carrie Lou, last year's champion.
Carrie.
We never had a repeat champion, obviously. Guys, we got to step it up in the state category. Just saying. All right, we got to work on that. But on behalf of food champs throughout the country, on behalf of food champs here, on behalf of food sport, and on behalf of the World Food Championships, job well done and congratulations.
I'm still trying to take it in. I'm trying to absorb it because everybody in the top 10 deserves to be here. They're magnificent. I looked at their dishes. I tasted their dishes. And everybody deserves to be here. What an honor, what a privilege. I am just, being in Bentonville, Arkansas, to me, is probably the absolute best place that I can imagine receiving this award. To be in the home of the largest retailer, the place that I shop, I shop to feed my family, to work for such a reputable, to be able to be in the hometown of a reputable company like Walmart that you can tell in Bentonville has done so many philanthropic things. So when they called my name, I still haven't really absorbed it, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to take it in. I'm trying to take in all the variables. I'm trying to take in world food. I'm trying to take in the prestigiousness of the judges, the prestigiousness of the key sponsors, many sponsors. I'm shocked.
It's a fantastic moment for food sport and World Food Championships. These 10 individuals all have great, fantastic backstories. They're either cooking for their mother, or they're cooking for their father, or they're cooking for a community, and every one of them are deserving.
What are you going to do with that $100,000?
I don't know. Well, I do know a little bit. So my husband and I support missions work, and we decided before we came here we wanted to make a contribution to our favorite ministry. So one of the things we would be doing would be making a contribution to that for sure. The rest of it I haven't fully decided, and I just want to say thank you to the World Food Championship for giving me a platform to share the thing I have a passion for, which is cooking for those I love.
How has this championship grown over the years?
It continues to grow about a 35% clip every year. Last year we had the largest field ever. We had 450 teams from 43 states and about 20 countries. It just continues to spread because whether you're a chef, a home cook, or an aspiring chef, we give people a chance to springboard into stardom. If they come to us and they bring their A game and they have a great performance, they can go right to the top, and they end up on TV. They get a lot of money, they get contracts. So it's really turning into the platform for anyone who's trying to become the next celebrity chef.
If people have questions, like more information, what should they do?
They should go, if you have more questions, go to worldfoodchampionships.com. We have ways to enter the championship. We have ways to become a certified judge at the championships. And then we'll have tickets that you can actually purchase to go to some of the special events at this year's World Food Championships.